about this right.
Your Honor, if there, I've informed the defendant if there's any criminal conduct with regards to Mr. Sasho, they should go to the original, the place where that conduct has occurred. I will direct him to, not to engage in any type of criminal conduct, of course, Your Honor. But if there is, I can't be the person who handles that prosecution. It has to be directed towards another prosecutor.
You know something? Why don't you just tell him, let the legal process take care of itself.
I certainly will, Your Honor.
I mean, there's enough aggravation here.
I agree.
Does anybody want to be back in court with some new set of facts and circumstances?
No.
Other than the collection process, which he's entitled to pursue,
Correct.
he shouldn't really be involved in any other aspects.
Thank you, Judge.
I'll tell him if there's any communications, it should be done through his attorney.
Keep it businesslike. All right. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Now, you've also signed a guilty plea stipulation form.
Yes.
You have a copy in front of you, counsels?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I just showed it to Mr. Tebbenhoff.
The fifth line down.
Starts with belonged.
And I converted the funds. Converted has the significance of a negligence action. You took without authorization, is what you meant.
That was my choice of words, Your Honor. I apologize.
The prosecutor's
Yes.
choice of words. I had it worded.
But conversion is a negligence term. This is not negligence, this is criminal. You took that money and used it for your own personal use, and you had no right to do so.
Can I just speak with George for a second?
You listen to the judge. If you kept the money, you shouldn't have kept the money.
Okay.
You use it for yourself,
But I'm
correct?
just saying, did you, because this is different than what I...
Yeah, but this is all right. This is I paid for a lot of this. This is long till I paid for the you kept for your own use and you knew you shouldn't have done that, correct?
Okay, yeah, correct.
All right, so the word converted
Yes.
will be eliminated. We can use the word took without authorization.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a better word. I had that in the original. The prosecutor changed it a little bit, which was okay with me.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Okay, I've included that language on my copy. I want the defendant to initial it and also the attorney to initial it.
Thank you, Judge. We're just changing the word to took.
Took without authorization.
Oh, okay. So here, just yeah. And then we'll make new copies.
If you would give me the old copy, we'll make copies of the new one.
Thank you, Judge. You want the old copies?
Ready? Do you understand that no one can make any promises or representations or agreements on my behalf?
Yes.
You also understand that until I receive a pre-sentence report, I will not know what sentence I will impose. Don't shake your head. You have to respond.
I understand.
Okay. Now, you have to go down to room 124 after this hearing. You might not be able to do it now because we're approaching the lunch hour. However, let me tell you why this is important.
Okay.
We need a pre-sentence report in order to do the sentencing.
Okay.
Sometimes people don't cooperate, sometimes they don't find their way. Let me be clear so that there's no misunderstanding. It's your obligation to go to 124, make an appointment, follow through. Don't wait for a phone call, don't wait for a memo. You have to do what is necessary to get that pre-sentence report completed.
Okay.
If I receive an indication such as we left messages for him, he didn't come in for the appointment, whatever, showing a lack of cooperation, or not showing up, whatever the case might be, I will issue a bench warrant. And in effect, even though this is a non-custodial, you'll be sent to the Bergen County Jail where the pre-sentence report will be completed. So all that I'm telling you is make it unnecessary.
Yeah, I'll do it
No,
tonight.
I have to
That's
tell you
fine.
this
I
because
understand.
people do it. People
sure.
do it every single week. And every single time I issue a bench warrant.
Okay.
All right? Do You understand that rather than pleading guilty, you have a right to plead not guilty and have a trial by jury of the charges against you.
Yes, I do.
You also understand that in any such trial you are presumed innocent, and the state has the burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty.
Yes, I do.
You understand that at such a trial you have a right to be represented by your attorney, to be confronted by the witnesses against you, and to have your attorney cross-examine those witnesses.
Yes, I do.
You also have a right to compel witnesses to appear on your behalf. You also have a right to testify on your own behalf or not to testify in any proceedings.
I understand.
You also understand that if you go to trial and decide not to testify on your own behalf, the prosecutor would have no right to comment on that refusal to testify and could not argue that your silence in some way indicated that you are guilty. Do you understand that?
I understand.
You understand that by pleading guilty you are waiving or giving up all of those rights, the right to a trial and the other rights I have just described.
Yes, I understand.
You also understand that by pleading guilty you are admitting to the truth of the charges against you.
I understand.
You understand everything I have said to you today.
Yes.
You have all these questions and answers we have just gone through. Do you still wish to plead guilty in this matter?
Can I just ask one question to George?
Go ahead.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
He's confused because he thinks that you could change your mind and put him in jail. I says, if the judge does that, you could take back your plea, as the agreement says, and I explained it to you above.
What was your question?
I guess I got a little confused when you talked about the pre-sentencing report
If
and
the
stuff.
pre-sentence report, you're not satisfied with it, you're not satisfied with the plea,
No, I'll tell
he's
you
not
what
gonna
the,
put you in jail, he's gonna you could take your plea back and start all over.
what the pre-sentence report does, it gives me background information.
Okay.
So, for example, you're placed on probation. You're probably going to be on probation for an extended period of time for a very good reason. The payment plan, given the amount of the money, you would have to be placed on probation for an extended period of time. But sometimes the pre-sentence